Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? My name is Lucifer here. I haven't shaved my beard. I just woke up. I'm gonna go shave my beard as soon as I'm done doing this video, and then I'm gonna do another video. But this came to my existence. I interpelled this into my interpreted it. Look, it came into my existence. All right. Okay, it came into my existence, and Doelow the pilot, man. Again, once again, Doelow the fucking pilot. Illuminati confirmed multiple times. Y'all still fucking with him for some reason. I guess y'all want to be Illuminati. That's okay. That's not okay. That is not okay, because if you go into the Illuminati, you will be in the line of sight. You are going to be in the line of sight. Your neighbors are going to look at you funny. The people around you are going to look at you funny. You're basically going to a world where it's going to end up being shit. All right? So you're going to catch all the flack. If you still fucking with Doelow, you're going to catch some flack, man. I'm just telling you. Not from me particularly. It probably already started. Probably you walking outside, you listening to Doelow for a couple of months, and you walking outside, you see the world is all fucked up because you fucking with Doelow. That's why the world is fucked up. Now, segue into California, right? I love California. I think y'all motherfuckers are the best motherfuckers on the fucking planet. No lie. I'm not even kidding. I'm not simping. I'm not trying to simp. I'm not trying to be a fan. But California is a great motherfucking place. California is amazing, right? But nonetheless, they have a high degree of STDs in California because all the girls look sexy and they all walking around in skimpy outfits and shit. So niggas, and it's hot, so the sweat, they mixing up the sweat and the semen, the pre semen and the sweat swimming around in their drawers all day because they looking at hot looking ass girls flying down the street like it ain't nothing, right? So these niggas got STDs, man. Like, from time to time. And the girls, same things. The girl be sweating. It's hot as hell. They got all kinds of juices swimming up in there. And, they just go at it from time to time. And they catch some shit. So there's a high degree of STDs in California. It is rampant. It's more STDs in California is bigger than the pandemic, right? No lie. It's bigger than the pandemic. Like before the pandemic started, they were going to talk about the high STD rate in California, but they didn't get the chance to because the pandemic started. Because it's getting rampant, right? It's not their fault, like I said before. You got some big swole dudes, going to the gym and in the middle of the street and shit, and there's the beach. It's hot all day. There's nice cars, nice clothes, blah blah blah. Niggas all fucking. I mean, period, bro. Like, sorry, man. I don't. This is not a diss. It's for real. Look it up. Go on Google. Look it up. This is real shit. There's like little news segments talking about how big the thing got and all that. So this is not a diss. This is facts. Segue. The reason why this is a segue is because, like I told you before, man, Doelow the pilot be talking about. He talked about having people having STDs. He doesn't understand how STDs are propagated and shit like that. Saying that some people don't shower and shit like that. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. Like, the reason why motherfuckers, well, yes, actually, you do need to shower if you don't want to have an STD, but the reason why niggas get catching STDs is because of that homosexual vibe that they be on. Now, Doelow the pilot wants to, because, hey, man, you sticking your penis in somebody's butt, you might catch an STD. There's high. If you go into somebody's butt and then you go into somebody else's vagina, those are two different biological codes. Those aren't necessarily supposed to mix together. You know what I mean? So if you go in somebody's butt and then you don't shower properly, you don't clean the tip, and then you put your tip in somebody else's JJ, it might, and you do that repeatedly, you might end up with an STD. Duh. But if you're not in a relationship with anybody and you haven't been in a relationship with anybody, you can't have an STD. You can't. A lot of people are complaining about how they're not able to have to be with a woman, and I'm complaining about it too. Like, I'm not complaining about not being able to be with a woman. I'm complaining about how women are treating certain individuals, you know. So you can't have an STD if you are not in a relationship. And right now, what's going on is most guys are leaving relationships. So nobody has STDs. Ain't nobody, there's no real person that has STDs. The Illuminati got some STDs. So if he's talking about STDs and other people having STDs, chances are Doelow might have some herpes. You know what I mean? Like, we might have herpes. I wouldn't say he have AIDS. Well, he might. I'm not. Well, he. I don't know, but he might have AIDS, bro. He might have AIDS. He might have herpes. He might have hepatitis. He might have hepatitis. He might have herpes. He might have AIDS. You know, he has one of those three shits. That's for sure. Because if he's talking about that shit, and he's trying to save face, talking about, I trying to act like he likes, women and shit, like he likes, sleeping with girls and shit. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, bro. Like, like you can't. The thing is, you can't go after someone that hasn't been with in a relationship with somebody for years and say that he has an STD. Who the fuck caught an STD from the guy? He didn't fuck nobody. So who the fuck has an STD? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. But if you talking about that shit a lot, and those niggas talk about that shit a lot, and like I tell you, this ain't a lie. This ain't a lie. You can call it spiritual. You can call it a curse, whatever. I don't know if it's a curse. I don't think it's a curse because those people don't care who they're sleeping with and how they're sleeping with the people. They don't care. They just don't care, bro. And yes, they might be trying to throw curses when you see them talking about STDs, because you can check out on Google too. There is articles talking about, like, when the power of suggestion and how somebody with ill intent, there are one of the experiences that the United States conducted on the power of suggestion is they made a guy. This is true story. This is facts. You can look it up. They suggested to the guy that he might have like a wart or some kind of STD on his penis, and it worked. This is recorded. Like, this was a government test. So they suggested to the guy that he had some kind of STD or something going on with his penis, and he ended up having something going on with his penis. So this is proven fact. So the reason why Doelow the pilot is talking about STDs and all these fake tarot card readers or talking about STDs, because they are using the power of suggestion in order for you or for somebody that they're targeting to have an STD, because they know that it works. That's their shit, That's not shit that I use. I don't really talk about STDs. I talk about STDs because they talk about STDs, And I know why they're talking about STDs. I know they're talking about, there's two reasons. Because that's their shit. That's one of the things that they know actually works and that has been proven. So, of course, they're going to use it. Duh. So, it's the proof is in the pudding. I mean, you got to follow the breadcrumbs. And secondly, because they have it. Because that's two things I've noticed about that's one thing I've noticed about the Illuminati, is that every time they're talking about some ill, fucked up shit, is because they have the shit. And I figured that out from many sources. Trust me, that's real shit. This is facts. If they're talking about STDs, because they got STD. If a nigga saying if you walking around town and everybody's calling you gay, that means those niggas that are calling you gay are gay. Period. Because they ain't got no imagination. And they're not that stupid. They know that what they're doing is negative, right? So they're projecting their negativity towards you. So if you're walking down the street and niggas say they got STD, that nigga, you better make sure you don't shake that nigga's hand because he probably got an STD. You know, if they are calling you gay, it's probably because them niggas sucking dick. I mean, bro, it's facts, straight facts. You can test it out if you want to. If you don't believe me, I'm telling you, when you hear these motherfuckers talking about ratchet shit like that, is because they the ones that have it. And they always trying to point the finger at somebody and say, oh, he's the one that had nah. Nigga, like that I can prove that I don't have any STDs. I can prove that I'm not gay. You can't. So if I can prove it and you can't, there's a fucking problem, my nigga. Like, you know, fuck out of here. Go to the motherfucking doctors, take your fucking medication, and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Take your crab medication or your AIDS medication. I don't know what kind of fucked up STD you got, but anyways, that shit crazy as hell. So, because I always get checked out from time to time. You know, I'm kind of I don't feel like going to the hospital right now with this fucking COVID shit. I'm not gonna lie. But me, I always get checked out from time to time, so I always do like little, blood tests and shit just to see if I ain't catch nothing or things like just to be sure. I know I ain't catch nothing because I don't sleep with women that got STDs in the first fucking place. I never slept with a girl that had an STD, so whatever. Um, you know, all my hoes are clean. I'm sorry. I'm playing. So it's funny, man. It's funny. I had to talk about it, man. I just felt like I needed to talk about it because now because Doelow's crumbling. Like his empire is crumbling. He still made a couple dollars this year. I'm not gonna lie. But he's crumbling. Like I know he is, bro. Like he's crumbling. You can see it. I can feel it. He's fading away, bro. And that's a good thing, cause one less of these motherfuckers is a good thing for good people. It's a good thing for the spiritual world and the spiritual community. That's a good thing. If Doelow disappears, that's great. And this fucking and the weird part is, like, I don't know if you guys watch. He was in New York, and like he got blocked in Central Park. That was my doing. If you don't know, of course he knows. Um, but he went at this another soul group meeting, which was quite different. Everybody was wearing blue. They were all wearing blue and shit and all kinds of shit. Ugh. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. I mean, I know blue is a spiritual color, but I just, nowadays you got to be careful what you're wearing because of the Illuminati. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to wear blue too much because that's Illuminati loves blue. That's their shit. Blue is their shit. So you can't really, you can't wear blue all the time because people are gonna think you're Illuminati, right? Or or orange, blue, and shit like that. Like the specific colors, that's for them. So you can't really wear it all the time because that means you're attracting. It's like saying you're part of their shit. So for people that are not part of their shit, it's important for us not to wear that kind of shit. So it is what it is, man. Um, so you went at the event. It was weird, man. They were all denked out, bro. Like, I don't, like I said before, I don't mind if people smoke a little ganja, a little bit of lettuce, some collard greens, some broccoli. I don't mind if you smoke a little broccoli from time to time. Of course, it would be nice if you didn't need to indulge in broccoli, but you know so that's a different subject. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm saying this out of non-judgment for people that actually do indulge in all that shit. But y'all, nigga walked into the office, and you can see it. I mean, like, he recorded it. It's on his channel. He walks into the place, and it looks like a damn hot box, man. There's like all kinds of blunts being rolled up in here. I mean, who and what the fuck are these fucking people doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are these people? Where do they come from? Like, the hell is this? These people are not spiritual people. You know, like, this is ridiculous. You know, like, these people are kind of like looking for a way into rap music. I think that's what I think. But they don't need to call themselves soul groups and whatnot. Find another name, bro. Like, well, you know what? Fuck it. Keep soul group. I don't care. You know what? Yeah, keep soul group. I don't give a shit. It's corny. It's a corny name anyway. It's a corny name anyway, so I don't care. You keep soul group. I guess that's good. Yeah. But for anybody else that's really spiritual, that really wants to get into that spiritual world, I'm telling you right now, I have two factual experiences with two of my audience members that attended one of my little rituals that I do from time to time, and they are content with the experience. So I have, and they weren't at the ritual at the same time. They weren't at the ritual at the same time. I'm about to do a third one. I'm not sure about the third one. I'm having a little bit of communication difficulty with this person. But hopefully it pans out so I can do a ritual, because the person that she wants to communicate with is a person that I want to communicate with too. So anyway, let's hope that pans out. But for the other two, like I said before, we did two, and they knew that it was a first time. It was a first time, and they knew, and they were still quite pleased. Of course, I know what I'm doing, and I'm not gonna let like a spirit latch on to a person, especially on the first time. But it was kind of an initiation, and I think, and from what I've heard, they are two people. They are nice choices. From what the spirits can tell me, they are okay choices. They're not bad. I didn't choose the wrong people to do the ritual with, right? And there was two different ritual for two different spirits. So it's very, so if she's happy and the other one's happy, that means I'm for real. Because it's not like it was the same experience or they were there at the same time. It's two different dates, two different spirits, two different rituals. So I'm that damn good. I came here to do one thing: chew bubblegum and kick ass. If you ever saw the movie Day with Roddy Piper, it's a movie about the Illuminati, and that tells you not to obey, and that's what he says when he walks into a bank and there's a bunch of aliens, and he's like, I came here to do two things: chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. So it's a good movie, man. I liked it. It's a very good movie. Man. Anyway, so I mean, of course, and I did check out some video about Klondike. And apparently I was right, because I checked out old video about Klondike, not recent ones. I haven't seen any recent ones. I haven't seen any. Nobody has answered my video yet about Klondike, but it seems that I was pretty on the nose with what happened. So from what I've heard, Clark is like he makes you feel like there's opportunity. He makes you feel like there's it makes you it's pure energy, like the guy says. It's pure energy, right? So that's what I felt. I felt like a ball of energy. And like I was saying, I was like, yo, if anybody calls me right now, I'll probably do whatever the fuck somebody right? So it's like, opportunity comes your way. And there's opportunity coming in the people's way, bro. Like the person needed this. The person that I'm working with right now is a person that needed this, that wanted and needed this, right? So everything is coming into everything is piecing itself together. It's fucking amazing. And I know for all my scientists and all my intellectuals out here, you might be like, well, you degraded from the path that you were already following with the mental shit. Well, the mental shit is blocked by the Illuminati, and I don't feel like being Illuminati in order to use my mental acuity, sir. So I have to revert back to the old times. You know what I mean? um, which is fine by me. I don't care. I like the vibe. It's potent. And like I said before, gods, I always knew gods existed. I always channeled, and people that use their mental acuity in order to manifest things, they can channel spirits too. They can channel things. Actors channel spirits that don't even have names. They channel roles and shit. The role that they're playing is an amalgam of whatever they thought was a good idea to interpreted in the scene. Like most some of these actors are kind of like, oh, I'm gonna take from Elvis and then I'm gonna mix it with John Wayne and I'm gonna create this character, and the person, he believes in that shit so much that he created a spirit form, and that spirit form comes inside him, and he's capable of channeling John Wayne and Elvis at the same time. Sometimes it's like a fusion. He's like a Dragon Ball fusion of the two, and then he brings a nice role, and then he gets an Academy Award for it. So is it the same thing? Whatever you using, like, your mental acuity in order to manifest things, and using gravity and magnetism and attraction in order to manifest things, that doesn't mean that you can't have the same powers that a sorcerer have. The only problem is when you're using just your mental shit, and you're not using gods or spirits, or you're not channeling, invoking any gods and spirits. The problem is there's only so far you can go before the Illuminati is like, well, if you want all this money, nigga, you're gonna have to come here and give me your booty. I'm gonna have to toss your salad before you can get some of this cash. So which is bullshit. Because some people don't even want cash. Some people just like to manifest things because it's fun. I like to manifest things because it's fun, but I've noticed that there's a limit to the things that I can manifest, and there's certain, and there's a limit. And when you get to that limit, you start realizing, oh, I have to be part of a group in order, because if you're part of the group, you can manifest after. But if you're part of that group, you're not manifest, because you could manifest solving world hunger, right? Which is not good for anybody. And you can manifest peace on earth, which isn't good for anybody, right? So they're not gonna just let you manifest that shit. They got blockages for that shit. There's a wall for that shit, right? But if you're using, if you're using ancestral spiritual, ancestral mysticism, i.e. magic, you know, um, you don't have to worry about that shit, more or less. Of course, that doesn't mean you'll be able to solve world hunger or world peace, but at least there's no blockages. And if there's a blockage, you know what it is already. So it's not necessarily, you know, the gods or the spirits or yourself that's blocking you from doing what you have to do. You already know who's blocking you from what you have to do. So you already know what you have to do what you want to do. And it's your responsibility now to do whatever those things are, or know your limits, right? Because you got to know your limits too, because you can't be fighting a global power by yourself and shit and yada 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 blah blah blah, and then you know, and then you're wondering why your shit is fucked up. Well, your shit is fucked up because you're fighting a world power. That's why, you know, like, like, duh, you know. So, but nonetheless, the gods and the spirits, the ancestral mysticism is not gonna stop you from doing what you want or having what you want. The things will still come your way. Just like manifestation, shit will come your way. But if you're trying to like become Donald Trump or Fred Astaire or some shit like that, right? You gonna get some blockages. Those that shit. There's an Illuminati blockage. There's a wall there. You know, the Illuminati's gonna get in your face. They're gonna, you know, they're not gonna mind their own business. You know, but that shit don't happen with magic. You know. You know, that's anyway. So that's why I'm reverting back a little bit. You know, it's not that I don't respect it anymore. It's not that I don't like it anymore. It's just, you know, you can do both. You can do both, man. I mean, like to me, laws of attraction, right as of right now, the way I'm using it, it's like a video game console right now. Laws of attraction to me is like a video game right now. It's not as I don't find it to be as potent as ancient ancestral magic. Unfortunately, as of right now, I'm not saying in the future that it's not gonna catch up to magic, but right now this sort the mental magic that people are using right now is too young. It's too young to be as potent as the old magic we used to use. So, you know, I guess what I guess the best thing to do is use the laws of attraction still, stay along those lines to practice it and not forget about it. But for right now, if you want to do some real shit and you want to cause some real damage, you're gonna have to use old magic, whether you like it or not. So anyway, that's all I had to say. Watch out for Doelows STDs. You don't want to catch that shit. You know, and yeah, man. If you still feel like chilling with Doelow the pilot and his whole Illuminati gang, that's your business. I don't have to. And anybody that's on some real spiritual shit, that wants some real spiritual events happening to them, or they want to know what spirituality really is, or they want to really feel it, come talk to me. I'll be glad to make to introduce you or to initiate you. And yeah, man, have a good one. Peace out.